Today we'll be learning about section 5.5, quadratic equations. We will be writing equations from roots. Example 1, you have to write an equation in the quadratic form with the given roots 3, 0, and 4, 0. All you have to do is plug in the 3 and the 4 into this equation, and then FOIL it out. X times x is x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. Negative 3 times x is 3x. And negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. All that's left to do is combine negative 4x and negative 3x to get negative 7x, and your final equation is y equals x squared plus 7x plus 12. In example 2, you have to explain how to write a quadratic equation with 2 as its only root. Since 2 is the only root, it's a double root, so the equation is y equals x minus 2 squared. Y equals x minus 2 squared is the same thing as y equals x minus 2, x minus 2. So you have to FOIL that out to get x squared minus 2x plus 4. Then you have to combine the negative 2x and negative 2x since they are like terms, and you get a final equation of y equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. For the next 3 examples, we have to write equations from the following graphs. In the first graph, the roots are 0, negative 4, and 0, 3. You have to plug these numbers into the factored form. Plug in the 3 and 4 into the factored form to get y equals x plus 4 and x times x minus 3. When you FOIL that out, you get y equals x squared minus 3x plus 4x minus 12. And all that's left to do is combine the like terms to get y equals x squared plus x minus 12. The next example is very similar. We have another graph with roots 0, negative 4, and 0, negative 2. You have to use factored form again. Factored form is y equals a, x minus something, and x minus something. Plug in those numbers to get y equals a, x plus 2, and x plus 4. Now plug in another point for x and y. I use the vertex 3, negative 1, which is right there. When you plug that in, you get negative 1 equals a, negative 3 minus 2, and negative 3 minus 4. Combine the like terms and use parentheses to get negative 1 equals a, negative 1 times 1. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. You get negative 1 equals negative 1a. When you simplify that, you get 1 equals a. Then you have to plug the a back into the equation, and it's just 1, which would be right here. So you get y equals x plus 4 times x minus 3. You have to FOIL that out. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. 4 times x is 4x, which I combined to make x. And 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So your final equation is y equals x squared plus x minus 12. This is our last example with the final graph. You have to use factored form again and plug in the roots. The roots are 0, negative 3, and 0, 3. The equation is y equals a times x minus 3, x plus 3. Then plug in another point for x and y. Use the vertex 0, 9 right here. When you plug that in for x and y, you get 9 equals a, 0 plus 3, and 0 minus 3. You can combine the like terms in the parentheses to get 9 equals a, 3 times negative 3. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. So you get 9 equals negative 9a. To get a by itself, you have to divide both sides by negative 9 to get negative 1 equals a. Now you have to take this a and plug it back into the original equation, which is up here. When you plug that in, it's just negative 1. So y equals negative x plus 3, x minus 3. When you FOIL that out, you get y equals x squared plus 9 because the outer and inner terms cancel out.